Driven by Century 3 Kia, 2483 Lebanon Church Road in West Mifflin. Guy Junker, Ken Laird, Olympic hockey in the quarterfinals. And a lot of interest in it, Guy. Will we see this 4 years from now? Are we seeing enough with the TJ Oshie magical moment with U.S.-Russia last Saturday and some of the tournament ratings that have gone on that the NHL is well-served to be there? Or are there too many arguments on the other side? Hey, we'll start a World Cup. It disrupts the NHL season. These guys could get injured. How do you think the tournament's progressed so far?
Well, I mean, I think both sides are correct. It does disrupt the NHL season, but I think it's great. I like watching it. I think it's worth the disruption of the season. They've done some studies on lack of production from the players that go. Other guys get a little bit of a break. You would have had an all-star break in there anyway. I mean, what does it really wind up being? Maybe 10 extra days off, maybe 2 weeks, that you wouldn't have had off that you would have had for the All-Star break. If they eliminated it, wouldn't kill me. I mean, because I liked watching amateurs play, and I can distinctly remember I was really interested in the 1980 games before they started and watching the first game and not knowing who any of those American hockey players were. And, of course, by the time they won the gold medal, every one of their names, you still remember them, how else would you know who Buzz Snyder is? I mean,
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it both ways. What I didn't like before the NHL players participated, the countries like Russia, at that time Czechoslovakia, before Europe changed forever, they basically had professional teams playing against amateurs, and it sort of set you up to be killed all the time.
Yeah, that's true. And there is a panache of winning an Olympic medal. I mean, the World Cup, we haven't seen the trophy, but nobody said, oh, you're a World Cup champion. You're an Olympic gold medalist in hockey. It means something. These guys, it means enough to play for free. Does it grow the game? I mean, in Slovenia, are there now 8 other rinks that are set to pop up because that team made a run to the quarterfinals? I don't know. We're also seeing the women's game where there are 2 dominant teams so dramatically. U.S. and Canada, why even have the tournament? It just seems like a joke.
Yeah, when it comes to hockey, it is. But, I mean, how many countries really have competitive bobsledding or skeleton? One of the things that makes the Winter Olympics unique to me is the oddity of the sports that I normally wouldn't ever watch or see. I mean, when Wide World of Sports was on, you'd see this stuff once in a while, and that would be it. It's not going to be catered to the United States interest. I mean, a lot of baseball fans were mad when they got rid. They had ballroom dancing in the summer games, but they didn't have baseball. Well, the whole world doesn't play baseball, and the whole world doesn't play hockey. It's a niche sport even in our own country, and certainly the whole world doesn't race skeleton. I still find those things interesting. So if the women's hockey wants to continue to play, that sport I don't think has grown due to the Olympics in other countries, because it's still either, the United States won the first gold medal and Canada's won every one since. They're the only 2 teams.
The biggest news here is they had ballroom dancing in the Summer Olympics.
You didn't know that.
I learned something new every day on the show.
Ballroom dancing.
How recently was
Rhythmic gymnastics. I want to say in the 80s and 90s.
Where was I? Okay, well, regardless, Bettman's not saying whether they're going to be in the next Olympic Games in South Korea. The players want to be there. The ratings are good. It would seem like there's too much at stake. I could see as this is going on, it's a success every 2 years. World Cup, then the Olympics, which might be overload. Maybe.
Well, if Sidney Crosby or Alexander Ovechkin or pick a star of your choice here, Anze Kopitar, one of these guys got hurt badly in the Olympics.
Well, Zetterberg.
Well, he was injured before it started, though. But, I think that might change their minds on some things. The only thing I think about, Ken, is, and as far as the World Cup's concerned, the European players value it more than the North American, and the Canadians and the American players do. They value the Stanley Cup more, and there have been a lot of European players that have come to play in the NHL that don't quite get the Stanley Cup, and eventually, if they spend enough time in the league, they do. The neat thing about the Olympics, for a lot of college hockey players, that was the ultimate dream for them.
Yeah,
the NCAA championship, the Frozen Four, and they had the Olympics, and that would be it. Now you got the same guys competing for the World Cup, for the Stanley Cup, for the Olympics, are just scattered, and they go to different. So I've always enjoyed Olympic hockey, whether amateurs are playing or pros are playing, and I will continue to watch it regardless of who's playing in it.
You can get a $25 Visa prepaid card if you go to KiaTestDriveOffer.com by March 31st and take it down to our good friends, Century 3 Kia in West Mifflin, and get that test drive in. Guy Junker, Ken Laird.
Buy a USA Hockey t-shirt with your $25.
Do that, too.